Good afternoon, Teresa.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Maria Teresa Umayam. I am 27 years old. I am married.
Okay. Why do you want to work as a domestic helper?
I want to work abroad to help my husband in financial matters and also for our future.
Okay. How are you qualified for this job?
Please choose me because I am flexible. I can do household chores. I can take care of child, honest and kind.
Okay. May I know what is your education level is?
I am undergraduate of high school.
What is your recent experience? Your last job.
Not no mom.
So you were a housewife, yeah?
Yes, mom.
First time you're going to work.
Yes, mom.
Have you worked abroad?
No, mom.
Currently, are you still working now?
No, mom.
Are you medically fit?
Yes, mom.
Do you have any serious injury or illness?
No, mom.
Are you taking any medication?
No, mom.
Is your child normal delivery or C-section?
Normal delivery, mom.
Alright. Do you have any tattoo?
No, mom.
Do you smoke?
No, mom.
Do you drink alcohol?
No, mom.
Do you know how to cook?
Yes, mom.
What food you know?
Filipino food.
Okay. Do you have any other special skills?
No, mom. Yes, mom.
What is your special skills? What do you like to do the most in the house job?
I'll do laundry, mom.
That's what you like?
Yes, mom.
Do you have experience taking care of baby?
Yes, mom.
Whose baby you took care of?
My own children, mom.
All right. Do you have experience taking care of elderly?
Yes, mom.
Whose elderly you take care of?
My own grandmother, mom.
All right. Are you willing to work with any race employer?
Yes, mom.
Are you willing to work with the employer where the parents, parents-in-law, or any other relatives stay together?
Yes, mom.
Are you aware that you have to do all the house chores, gardening, and car wash?
Yes, mom.
How many kids do you have?
5, mom.
Are you legally married?
Yes, mom.
Okay, Teresa, when your baby was born, who took care of your baby?
My mother-in-law, mom.
So when your baby born, your mother-in-law take care of your child?
Yes, mom.
Do you also take care of your child?
Yes, mom.
All right. So who will take care of your kids if you work abroad?
My mother-in-law and my husband, mom.
All right. So, Teresa, are you aware that if anything happened to your mother-in-law or your mother or your parents, that you cannot go back until you finish your 2 years contract?
Yes, mom.
Okay, you are not allowed to use handphone during working hours. Do you agree?
Yes, mom.
No friends or relative can come to employer house. Do you agree and understand?
Yes, mom.
You strictly need to surrender your phone to your employer in the morning and they will return back once your work is done. Do you agree and understand?
Yes, mom.
If you misuse the phone policy, employer will confiscate your phone and you're allowed to call 4 times in a month only. Do you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand the rules and the regulation of the handphone policy?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you pay any placement fee when you apply the job in the Philippine agency?
No, ma'am.
You are not allowed to use makeup or wear sexy clothes. Do you understand and agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any allergic to food or any medication?
No, ma'am.
Are you afraid of pets?
No, ma'am.
Do you have friends or relatives here in Malaysia?
No, ma'am.
How many years are you planning to work in Malaysia?
2 years, ma'am.
If your employer needs your help to extend another year, are you willing to help?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you already taken your vaccine and booster?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me what are the dose you took?
Sinovac, ma'am.
Alright. Have you infected by COVID or Omicron before?
No, ma'am.
Are you aware that you have an off day, but you're not allowed to go out from the house? Only rest in the house.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Teresa, if ever you work on the off day, your employer will pay you additional salary, yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sorry. Are you aware, sorry, have you undergo any surgery before?
No, ma'am.
Never, yeah?
Yes,
Never
ma'am.
undergo,
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. Do you have any sickness like high blood pressure, thyroid, asthma, or sugar, anything?
No, ma'am.
You don't have any issue, Are you
Okay.
medically fit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Alright, Teresa, can I also ask, are you wearing any spectacle? Do you have problem with your eyes that you need to wear glasses?
No, ma'am.
Do you have problem with your ears that you can't hear one side?
No, ma'am.
Alright, do you have any problem with your teeth?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the problem?
In the front, ma'am.
Okay, so you need to do denture before you come to Malaysia.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So do you understand and agree we will upload your video recording and your CV in our YouTube and website?
Yes, ma'am.
Teresa, if your employer is watching your video right now, what would you like to say to your employer?
Good afternoon, ma'am and sir. I am willing to learn how to cook Malaysian food, willing to learn how to speak their languages, and thank you.
All right, Teresa, if ever there's any employer interested with your CV, I will let know your agency.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.